Welcome back to Tour Truck Tuesday. Chris Trott from TaylorMade Golf, joined at a different camera angle, as you've noticed, to the normal one. We're going face on this week because it's a big subject. But before we get into it, if you are new to the channel, welcome, hit subscribe, hit notify. Let's get after it. What's in the archives. There's a ton of stuff to learn when it comes to equipment and your choices. What I've been fortunate to do with my job here at TaylorMade, which is work with the best players in the world, but also now bringing it to you through this channel. Ball position. I can't believe how big this actually is and how little we understand as golfers about where this ball needs to go in our stance when it comes to hitting great golf shots, and also why. So why does the ball position move based on you, the golfer? I've lined the clubs up. It's fairly self-explanatory. If you delve into the depths of golf teaching, you can change the width of your ball, your stance, in order to accommodate. But the far more traditional and used, certainly the method I use, is to move the golf ball and your relationship with that golf ball in connection with the low point of your arc. There's a lot of waffle there. What do I mean? The golf swing, it has to. Look, our hands are connected to our body. I simply tilt. Stay with me. Obviously, if I turn, come through and turn and go, well, that club goes through a low point, doesn't it? And that lowest point has to be at the base of my left armpit for the right-handed golfer. You're a lefty. Come on, guys, sorry, but you're gonna have to spin it that way round, aren't you, and hit it that way. Your low point is your right armpit. Therefore, underneath my left armpit has to be the lowest point. So, if I'm hitting the least loft, and we know from fitting, we know, don't we, that the driver is the least loft. This black alignment stick indicates that ball position. The white one goes parallel left to my target. As I stand up to this, I want the driver to be under left armpit. So if I grab my driver just to demonstrate that, in order to get the launch, if I'm hitting a straight shot, wanting to hit a straight shot, the furthest back I want that is underneath left armpit. I'd even, for me, push it further forward. Next call out, stick with me on this because it's important. If I stand there and have you guys at the camera, the club also, slowly, 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 look, is moving inside. Back, 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 as if I've done a full swing. Then we come back, 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 back. Hits, moves inside. What are you talking about, inside? Simple terms. It's a circle. It has to be a circle because the club's connected to my body. I'm holding on to it. I can't keep it going, but if I had to keep it going back straight, I'd have to walk this way. If I wanted it to come through straight, I'd have to walk this way. We don't do that, do we, when we play golf? We're stationary, we're in one position, so the club has to turn a corner, it has to go round an arc. It's called inside. Then this would be outside. That would be straight. Inside, turn, inside. It does it without you even thinking about it. Much like all the great tech and the stuff we make here at TaylorMade, it does it without you thinking about it. But think about that. If there's an arc to my target and the ball positions forward, I'm hitting it, yes, past left armpit. I said as a preference, me as a player, I like to move the ball forward. If I like to move the ball forward and I strike it on the way past, the club face, the 60 layers hits the golf ball, the club face is square to the target, parallel to the target, when it's under the left armpit. Keep up, seriously, this isn't tough, it's important. As it moves past the low point, it's starting, isn't it, to go left. Now look, if you're out there, you're doing something funky, because you're trying to help it in the air, or you're trying to hit down on it, talked about that in other videos, check them out. But if you're swinging it pretty neutral, and like me, you've got a preference, you want the ball forward, well, you're gonna hit it as the blade is turning, so you want to aim to the right. By aiming to the right, now I'm hitting it on the way past the low point, the ball will start to draw. Another thing that I do with driver, again, preference, you don't have to do it. I like to set a bit of tilt in there because there's only 9 degrees on this. It's not the easiest club in the world to hit, is it? So to demonstrate, I can hit this anywhere because this week it's advantage me because you've only got the face on camera. Bit of tilt in there though, ball position forward, simply full send at this point. And out it goes. High launch, low spin, great flight. Now where does that change? Why does it change? Why don't you hit everything like that? Well, I don't need to hit everything in the air. Look at the clubs on the floor, they're graded. Driver sits right at the front. 3 wood, a little bit further back. 5 wood, 7 wood. All the while you're moving the ball back to the furthest back being your scoring clubs, your wedges. And they live middle of the stance, I would say. Middle of the stance if you're trying to hit a neutral golf shot. What else changes though? Because a couple of other things do change with this. I see a lot of amateurs when they go middle of the stance, keep the hands back here, try and help it in the air. You could hear the sound there, it wasn't struck cleanly, I was backed up. So then what I like to see people do when they put the ball middle of the stance, preset your impact. A lot of golfers struggle with it. So preset the impact by going hands in line with left pocket. Now you've preset impact, see your target. You just want to recreate that, don't you? That's all we're trying to do. Recreate that position. You've set the radius to be middle. The club's going to go into the turf because of the bounce, because of the design. I told you new people to this, I'd get into why it is this because of the golf clubs. Bounce on the golf club, curvature on the sole. As you go into the turf with the furthest, the most lofty clubs you have that have a bit more bounce than everything else in there, a preset impact, I get that nice sound. I get my divot after the strike, because it should be, because the lowest point is underneath my left armpit. So the lowest point is there. Ball position was here. You can see that hopefully. Black alignment stick, start a divot. Turn was great. Ball position there. At that point, the club's coming out, but also the bounce, 9 degrees on my 52, helping that golf ball come out, golf club come out of the turf. So let's go a little left of center, 7 iron. Again, just think about it, you move probably, if you want to lay the clubs out like this, I'd say half a grip length with each club all the way at, I'd go as well for any beginners out there, inside left heel there, move them all the way back to wedges, pitching wedge 52 if you carry one, 56, 58, 60, whatever, all middle. Look, if you want to change the flight though of that, we might want to do that. So 7 iron would go inch inside left heel maybe. Right-handed golfer. Hands, I'd preset impact. Not only does it now look cool, you look like you know what you're doing because you're presetting impact. And then I would, crap example, wasn't hit very good. Do it again. See how the club comes out the turf though, focus on what you're doing. Nice turn. Much better. Hit that one like a golfer. Came through the turf. Good turn, right? Came through the turf. You want to hit shapes. What are shapes? What are you talking about? I'm talking to a couple of people who've been following here a little bit longer than you if you don't know what shapes are. Shapes are you want to hit left to right flights, you want to hit right to left flights. Remember that circle I told you about? Well, to hit a draw, you want to be coming more, remember we talked about inside, hit, outside. So you want your circle around your body, in relation to your target, to be going right of it. All you simply do now, move the ball position back. Because now you're hitting it more on the way down, aren't you? With your circle pushing more to the right. Take your alignment a bit further to the right. Keep your hands forward. Hit me a draw. Low point, move back, swing direction, going to the right. Handle, forward, draw. Danger on the left. You want to draw one into a flag. You're worried. How do you do it? Ball position back. Move the body forward. Hands there. Ball position back. There. Low point. Swing circle. Out to the right. Manipulate things. It's 2 great draws. Good strikes, good draws. Guess what? Vice versa. Want to do that again, but we want to hit fades. How'd you do it? Pretty simple. This is a 7-iron, but let me get some turf here so I'll play it from where the 7-iron would be. That would be a normal 7-iron. Again, just left of centre, but I want to hit the fade. Body this way. Swing now moving left a bit. Blade held open, not as much shaft lean because we want the fade, and then the swing circle is going to the left, the ball positions forward, we're hitting it more towards the way up, not like the driver, not all the way past the low point, but more that way, therefore you can hit fades, and from there you can hold the face. The shapes might be a bit much for you in this video, but what I want you to focus on, alignment sticks. Every video I make has alignment sticks down here. Get them down, get them parallel left to your target. Then this guy comes in, the second one, that is going to give you ball position. Have something that you know is a constant. If you get these basics right, it's going to help you so much when it comes to your game, your winter training, your work on your game in the winter at those driving ranges. I hate to say it, but we're moving towards that. Know your ball positions. You'll have a different relationship then with each club, which will give you success to hit different shots. If you like what you're seeing, like I say, hit subscribe, tell your mates. I'll stick a couple of links in there below where you can find some of these great clubs. It's all there for you. You just have to have some constants. I can't speak high enough of alignment sticks and what they do for your game. Till next Tour Truck Tuesday, there should be a lot to digest there. Bang any questions in the comments. Ball position's a crucial one. Understanding it, even more important. Good luck.